Yes, guys, we are back. Oh my gosh, it's very late. The time is currently 1:45 in the morning, and me and Griffin are sat here doing predictions for the big one, the big game this weekend, and I think we all know what game it is. But we're filming really late because I've been busy, Griff's been busy, and I think we are both a little bit nervous, so we've left it very, very late this week. And Griff, why have you got a torch on?
Well, I'm going down the mines, look for a canary.
Brilliant. Right, the guest last week was my girlfriend, Abby, and we're going to go through the scores, Dad. I got 8 points. I didn't do very well. I did pretty bang average. Griff, Dad, you got 9 points.
Excellent.
And you didn't even do any research, so well done. And Abby, my girlfriend, got 7 points. So it was all very close last week. That means the final scores at the moment, I'm on 157. Griff, Dad, you are on 151. You're getting closer and closer. You're actually only 6 points off me. And the guests are on 139. Let's get into this week. Now, the guest this week is... I can't believe this is happening, but we've actually got a Norwich fan on the channel. It's not good. It's not. It makes me feel sick. With Duka Dogma, if you don't remember him, he's the Norwich fan that I did a fan battle with many, many years ago on Channel 4. But he is the guest for this week, and it's going to be really interesting to see what he says.
So, hello everyone on Alex's channel. Sorry if this seems like I'm filming on a potato. I live in London, but I'm back home in Norfolk and haven't got all my filming equipment with me. So I'm just using my laptop at the minute.
Right, Dad, the first game of the weekend is Ipswich versus Norwich, but I feel like we should save this for the end. Oh, you know what? Let's go for it. Ipswich versus Norwich is the first game, so we're going to do it. We're going to predict it. It's Saturday, 12:30 kickoff. We will both be there. A lot of people I know are going to this game, and it is our biggest game in so long, Dad. So long. We're both very nervous. We are literally less than 48 hours now till this kicks off.
If we lose, we're still up there, aren't we?
Yeah, it's a massive game, Dad, and I think we're both very nervous. Ipswich Town fans in general are going to be nervous for this one. You can predict first. Off you go.
7-0.
Are you joking? You're not?
Yeah.
You're actually going 7-0.
7-0.
7-0. Is that your final answer?
Why not?
Alright then. Okay, I wasn't expecting that.
I think we'll win, but yeah.
Right, let's talk about this one. Okay, Norwich fans. Despise them. I can't stand Norwich fans, and the amount of big mouthing they've been giving us over the last 15 years. Oh, you've not beaten us in 15 years. It's coming to an end.
Alex, don't play them that often, have we?
I know we haven't played them that often. The last time we played them was in 2018, and we lost 3-0. But it's beautiful because the tables have turned, and Ipswich is second in the league as we are currently filming this video, and it is good to see Ipswich doing well again, Dad. Kieran McKenna, he's the man to take Ipswich Town to the Premier League this Saturday, Dad.
Yep.
Biggest game probably of our lives. I'm going to make my prediction. I genuinely think we're going to win Saturday. We have to win. The team morale is so high. We've obviously just come off a win against Watford away, which was a massive result, by the way. And if you haven't seen that video, go and check it out. It was my previous video prior to this one. But Norwich on Saturday, I'm going to finally make my prediction. We are going to win 3-1. I'm going to even give you some goal scorers as well. Wes Burns is going to score a goal. I'm going to go George Hurst is going to score a goal. And I really want this to happen. Harry Clark.
East Anglian derby coming back this weekend. We'll jump straight into the score predictions and start off with that big fixture. My heart says 1-0 Norwich win, and Onel Hernandez last minute winner just to rub salt into the wounds. But my head is saying a 2-0 Ipswich win. It's Ipswich are flying. Norwich, we're very mediocre at the minute. It's yes, we won our last game, and yes, we've got players who do look like they can turn up the gas and are up for the derby, but realistically, if we're looking on quality, Ipswich will absolutely trounce us. But, however, form does go out the window on Derby Day, and we all need to remember that. This is an even playing field on Saturday.
Right, the next game is Swansea versus Middlesbrough. We're going to go through these ones nice and quickly. For me, Dad, Borough, not in the best form after they lost to Ipswich. They've also lost to Hull City since then. And Swansea away is going to be a really tough one. However, I think they'll get a point, 1-1.
I think Borough will win, 2-1.
Swansea versus Middlesbrough, tough one to call. Middlesbrough away from home. But I'm just not a fan of Swansea at the minute. I just don't think they're that great. And Middlesbrough, I think they're very capable of picking up all 3 points. They go for a 2-1 Middlesbrough win.
The next game is Preston versus Watford. And for me, Dad, Preston should win this one. They're at home. They need to start getting some points on the board. They're going to beat Watford 2-1.
I'll go Watford 1-0.
Then I'll move on to Preston versus Watford. This is a game that does scream 0-0. It could be the most boring game we've ever seen. I have gone for a 0-0. Just both sides don't really excite me. I think if anyone excites me, it's Watford's Yasser Asprilla. Apart from that, no real name screams to mind. So I've gone for a 0-0 draw at Deepdale.
The next game is Leeds versus Coventry. Now, Dad, Leeds. They lost to Sunderland in their last game. Sunderland did us a massive favour. Leeds are back at home, though. They're back at Ellen Road. Coventry, very, very decent team. They're doing very well, and they're... Turn this off, mate. Coventry have very good fans. I wouldn't be surprised if they've sold out that game. I reckon they're going to be travelling to Leeds in numbers. I genuinely think Leeds are going to drop even more points Saturday. It's going to be Leeds 2, Coventry 2.
I think Leeds will edge it, although I don't want to. I'll go Leeds 3-1.
Leeds versus Coventry. Coventry, who were playoff finalists last year, so close to reaching the Premier League, but have fallen drastically since, and they find themselves just outside the relegation zone at the minute in the Championship, facing a Leeds side who, yes, they did lose to Sunderland, but have been on really good form prior to that. And I do think it'll be a Leeds win. I think Leeds will win 2-1. I don't think it'll be as easy as what many people will think at Ellen Road. I think Coventry will make it hard for them, but it will be a Leeds win.
The next game is Bristol City versus Sunderland. This one is also a big game. Bristol City, very decent team. Sunderland, however, have just beaten Leeds, and they're going to be high in confidence, Dad. I think this will be Bristol City 1, Sunderland 2.
Sunderland 1-0.
Yeah.
Bristol hosting Sunderland. I'm going to go for a 2-0 Sunderland winning this one. Bristol, bit of a poor run of form for them, and Sunderland picking up a big win against Leeds in midweek. So I reckon they can carry on that form and get a 2-0 win at Ashton Gate.
Sheffield Wednesday versus QPR is the next game. For me, Dad, Sheffield Wednesday have hit form at a good time. Just before Christmas, they're looking good. However, yes, they did lose their last game. However, they are starting to turn things around slowly. And I think Wednesday fans are much happier right now than they were at the start of the season. So for me, Dad, Wednesday will just beat QPR. It'll be a close game because QPR aren't a bad side. It's going to be 1-0 to Sheffield Wednesday.
Okay, QPR 2-0.
Sheffield Wednesday versus QPR, real relegation battle as well. Sheffield Wednesday just losing to Norwich 3-1. They didn't look great. Granted, we gave them the goal, but yeah, I see a QPR win. They've picked up a little bit of form now, and that could get them out the relegation zone. So I'm going for a 1-0 QPR win.
Right, the next game is Millwall versus Huddersfield. For me, straight into the prediction. This is going to be a boring 0-0 draw.
I think Millwall will win 1-0.
Millwall hosting Huddersfield. Both teams under new managers this season. Millwall very much in a transition period, losing to Leicester in midweek. They're trying to play a different sort of approach, style of play, rather than the sort of direct play that they're used to. I see it being a 1-1 draw. I think Millwall don't have the players to play that sort of system. And I think Huddersfield can nick something out of them, definitely.
Right, Southampton versus Blackburn Rovers. Southampton are at home this game. Blackburn have been very, very hit and miss. So for me, Dad, Southampton will get it'll be tight, but I think they'll win 2-1.
Go for a draw 1-1.
Then we'll go for Southampton versus Blackburn. I think Southampton's possession-based football has finally got to come telling in the goal-scoring areas. And I think they'll win 3-0. I think that possession-based football will finally get them the amount of goals that matches the amount of possession they have. And I think I'll come at home to Blackburn. And I think they'll transfer 3-0.
Hull City versus Cardiff City. Oh, what's going to happen here? Dad, Hull are a decent team. They're going for a playoff push this season by the... Cheers. They're going for a playoff push this season by the looks of things. And for me, Dad, Hull will get a comfortable 2-0 win.
I'll go Cardiff 2-1 then.
Really? You're switching up?
Yeah.
Hull versus Cardiff. I like Hull. Jaden Philogene is one of the best players in the Championship, and they do look very decent. So I'm going to go for a 3-1 Hull City win.
Right then, Plymouth versus Rotherham, Dad. I'm going to let you predict first. Here we go.
Plymouth versus Rotherham. So Rotherham got to travel a fair way. I don't know. Rotherham are a good team, aren't they?
They're not bad, but they help up with the league.
I'll give it to the home team then. I'll go Plymouth 1-0.
And I have gone for a Plymouth win as well. I feel like they need to get a win on the board, and Plymouth fans, decent fans at home as well. So for me, Plymouth 2, Rotherham 1.
Plymouth versus Rotherham. Another relegation battle in my eyes. Obviously, Plymouth's home form isn't too bad. Did trounce us 6-2 there. Rotherham are stinking, but again, Rotherham also beat Norwich, so, you know, my opinion counts for nothing in this, really. But yes, I think this will be another 1-1 draw, if I'm honest. I think Plymouth will slip up. I just don't think they look too great at the minute, personally, and I think Rotherham can definitely snatch a draw there.
Right, second last game. This one is being played on Sunday. Griffdad's yawning away. We need to hurry this. Sunday, West Brom versus Stoke City. For me, Dad, West Brom are seriously good at the Hawthorns. When they play at home, they're very hard to beat. It went to show when we travelled there. They beat Ipswich 2-0, and we won't talk about that. Stoke City are going to really struggle to get a result on Sunday. West Brom, 4-0. I think they're going to win, 4-0.
I'll go West Brom 2-1.
West Brom versus Stoke. I think West Brom absolutely wiped the floor with Stoke. Granted, they've just sacked Alex Neil, Stoke have, and could have that new manager bounce. But I do think West Brom will wipe the floor with them and win 4-0.
Right, the final game is on Monday. Birmingham City versus Leicester City. This one is a Midlands derby, Dad. Both these teams don't like each other. Rooney. I think Leicester are going to drop points on Monday. Birmingham. Underdogs, yes. And we saw how they played at home against us. Do not write them off. Leicester City, I feel like they only just beat Millwall in their last game. And for me, they cannot go into this game thinking, we'll get the 3 points. Nice and comfortable. It's not going to happen. Birmingham aren't a pushover. 2-2, Dad.
I'll go for a Birmingham win. So I'm going to say Birmingham 3-1.
Birmingham versus Leicester. I think it will be Leicester 2, Birmingham 0. The Monday night fixture. Whatever Ipswich do, Leicester can just do better. And I think they'll carry on after this game week as top of the league. Despite Birmingham's midweek win, I don't think there'll be much of a match for this Leicester side. It just seems to be an absolute demon in this division. Far too good for it. But yes, those are my championship score predictions. I hope you've enjoyed them. I hope they've been insightful, and I can't wait to see how many of these I have got wrong. So, but yes, looking forward to the East Anglian derby. Well, yeah, more nervous for it, if anything. But yeah, it'll be a good encounter. Hoping for a Norwich win and hoping that Alex is very upset come 3 PM on Saturday.
Right, there we go. That is it for these predictions. We're having to keep the voices down because Griff Mum's next door asleep. So
It's 1 o'clock.
it is very late. Smash a like, please. It will help me out.
Still too tired to do a joke even.
Griff Dad's not even doing a joke today. He's too tired. Smash that red subscribe button. We are getting closer and closer to 50,000 subscribers. Duka, thank you for being the guest this week. I hope you don't win Saturday. Well, you're not going to win Saturday. We will see you all in the next video, which will be the big one. Ipswich versus Norwich. The vlog will be out on Saturday. Goodbye.